What
are you doing?
Playing with ChatGPT.
Oh,
It's hilarious.
how so?
Oh, come on, just think about it. This is an AI that can help you write basically anything that you want it to. Anything from poems, lyrics to songs, school assignments, and best of all, short stories. And not just short stories. You can make it write you the stupidest short stories that you can possibly think of. Which is exactly what I just did. Wanna see?
Sure.
The Sad Story of Toast. By some moron with access to ChatGPT. Enjoy. Once upon a time, in a kitchen far, far away, there lived a crispy, warm piece of toast, named Toasty. Toasty was a delightful piece of golden brown wheat bread, toasted to perfection, with crispy edges and a warm center. For Toasty, life was pretty good. Especially when butter, the creamiest of all the dairy products, declared that they had fallen in love with Toasty, and asked to join together in a holy breakfast union, and promised to love him forever. The bond between Toasty and butter was extraordinary. They were inseparable, like a perfect match made in culinary heaven. And Toasty would savor every moment, beaming with joy, as butter effortlessly melted and embraced him, enhancing his flavor, and adding a touch of richness to every aspect of his life. But one fateful morning, as Toasty laid on the kitchen counter, ready and waiting for Butter's loving touch, something felt different. Butter seemed distant and uninterested. She didn't embrace Toasty the way she used to. Instead, she quietly sat down next to him and didn't want to even look at him. Toasty couldn't understand what had changed. Had he become less desirable? Less warm? Less crispy? Was he not worthy of Butter's love anymore? Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. And Toasty's doubts only grew stronger and stronger over time. He saw Butter's affectionate spreads on other pieces of food around the kitchen, while his own surface remained dry, boring and tasteless. Foods of all different shapes and sizes became the subjects of Butter's love, thriving under rivers of Butter's delicious, creamy, unending love. While poor Toasty became sadder and sadder with each passing day. Toasty felt alone, disgusting, and his crispy exterior slowly softened, while yearning for Butter's love. It seemed like his days of being loved so unconditionally were gone. He couldn't bear the thought that Butter might never love him again. As despair settled in, deep within Toasty's crusty heart, he made a decision to uncover the truth. He gathered up all the crumbs of courage that he could muster, and called out to Butter. "Please, Butter, tell me what has changed between us. Have I gone cold? Have I become stale? What can I do to win back your love?" Butter slowly responded. "Oh, dear Toasty, it is not you who has changed. Life is a river of flavors, and sometimes new recipes needs to be created. It isn't that I don't love you anymore. It's that I need to explore new tastes and textures. I still love you, but I need to do this to find happiness and to find myself. Our time together is over, but I value every moment we spent together. And I hope you can find a new condiment that can make you taste even better than I ever could." Heartbroken and filled with despair, Toasty watched in anguish as Butter leaned in and kissed a plump piece of corn on the cob. The sight shattered what little hope remained within poor Toasty. The pain was too much for him to bear. Consumed by rejection, grief and loneliness, Toasty made a decision that would change everything. Toasty decided that his life was no longer worth living. Overwhelmed with sadness and consumed by the thought that no one would ever love him like Butter once did, Toasty made a vow to end his butterless existence. With a heavy heart, Toasty, the once perfectly crispy piece of bread, decided to throw himself into the garbage. He felt that in the confines of that festering, smelly abyss, his sorrow life would finally come to an end. and there was nothing he could do to ease the pain of his loneliness, because he was no longer warm and crispy, and therefore none else wanted him. His life ended there, cold, moldy and alone, with none who loved him.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know, it's great, right? One of the best children's stories ever written. Gotta teach those little bastards about the brutality of life as soon as possible. No happy endings for anyone, existence is pain, life is suffering, and true love is an illusion. Anyway, that's it for this video. Make sure to click like and subscribe, and I'll see you suckers in the next video. Toodles!